And now that we've looked at all of the different elements that can go into an effective cover letter, let's take another look at one or two more just to see how these techniques are being applied. First of all, we're going to look at a cover letter, and as you can reference it in your text material there, we're going to look at, I will assume and give you some time to read it, and when you're ready, come back to the video and join me for my comments. Now that we've had a chance to look at Kenneth's cover letter, let's take a closer look to see how well he's constructed it. Does it get your attention if you were a hiring manager, if you were a recruiter? Is it selling him as a potential solution to the company's problems? Is he going to make money for the company? Let's take a look. First of all, looking at Kenneth's cover letter, you can see that he's broken it into essentially 7 paragraphs or lines, and you can argue whether that is too much or perhaps too confusing for the reader, but he still keeps some of his sentences simple and to the point. He begins by clearly identifying what job that he is applying for the position of the statistical data analyst, and he right from the beginning gives his qualifications with his degree, 5 years of experience, and the idea of having considerable knowledge with what he has gained from working with other professionals. So it's a fairly strong idea that he is a very qualified person. He goes on to mention that he has acquired experience that he has experience that would be able to match with every aspect of the job. And then he goes on to give several examples, such as creating surveys, researching the data, solving the problems with administrators, etc. And so he's very clearly from the beginning matching his skills with the job criteria. Good job, Kenneth. Additionally, he indicates he has knowledge of software, and with this software, he mentions specifically the type of software. So when we begin to look at Kenneth's approach to his skills, and if this particular cover letter were to be read by a human or passed through an automated keyword search, you would essentially have the keywords identified here with StatSys as the software program, and some of the other things that he mentions. He mentions quantitative data, different databases, designing statistical models, preparing forecasts, summaries, surveys. He clearly is touching on different potential job criteria points or general skills needed for the position.
Hi, my name is Matthias, and today we're going to be talking again about false friends. False friends are those words in Spanish that you know so well and that you want to use in English as well, because maybe you think, yeah, okay, I can just give a bit of an English accent to the word and it will mean the same thing. But unfortunately, it almost never means the same thing, and that's where you have to be careful. For example, you're at the end of a meeting and you are discussing when to have the next meeting. And you think disponible. Oh, English accent. Excuse me, when are you disponable? Disponable? Maybe that sounds okay to you, but to the native speakers, it's not going to sound okay. Disponable doesn't mean anything. It doesn't exist in English. No, instead of disponable, which sounds okay to you, you're probably going to want to say available. So, disponible is not disponable, it is available. All right, so when are you available? Are you available next week? Not, are you disponable next week?
Hi, I'm Anna Collins, and now we're looking at the phrasal verb to pull out, to pull out. You can use to pull out when talking about driving. I had an accident today, but it wasn't my fault. The driver pulled out in front of me. A driver can pull out of a road as well, for example, when a driver comes out, to pull out. You could also use it with transport. Some people would say, the train pulled out at 5:05, it left, it departed. You could also use it as well when talking about to withdraw from an agreement or a commitment. For example, many investors pulled out of the project when they saw the bad press in the newspapers. They pulled out, they withdrew their commitment. And lastly, we also have the expression with to pull out. It is to pull out all the stops. You may have heard of this and you weren't sure what it meant. To pull out all the stops means to go to a lot of effort, a great deal of effort. At the Oscars, the award ceremony this year, they pulled out all the stops. They've gone to lots of effort, a big expense, they've pulled out all the stops. Or, I am going to have to pull out all the stops if I want to get this promotion next year. So I want the promotion next year, and I'm going to pull out all the stops to get it. I'm going to make a great effort to get it. So now you've seen pull out as a phrasal verb and also the expression to pull out all the stops.